A summary of today's developments. A man has been killed in the latest wave of airstrikes on Ukraine by Russian forces. His death, in the capital Kyiv, came as another 20 were injured. Of them 14 were taken to hospital. At least one is in a critical condition. A hotel was one of the buildings hit, as well as a residential area in the center and west of the city. The affected areas of Kyiv were Solomyansk, Solomyan, Pechersk and Holosiivsk. Among those injured was a Japanese journalist, reporting on the conflict, who was staying in the hotel. A series of 10 explosions were heard in the first wave. The attacks mimicked those on Christmas Eve, as Russia looks to damage Ukrainian morale ahead of holidays. 6 people were injured in the southern region of Mykolaiv, with another 2 hurt in the western city, Khmelnytsky. Homes were damaged in the southern city of Zaporizhia. Water and electricity supplies are still working in Kyiv, although some were turned off preventively amid the air raid alert. The attacks were condemned by First Lady Volodymyr Zelensky's wife, Alina Zelenska. "Ruining lives of others is a disgusting habit of our neighbors," she said. Meanwhile, Ukrainians are marking their first New Year since the invasion, including with a rave organized by servicemen and women. Russian leaders have issued a series of defiant messages ahead of New Year. President Vladimir Putin said Russia would never give in to the West, and was fighting for its motherland, truth and justice, so that Russia's security can be guaranteed. It was his longest New Year's address in his 2 decades in charge. The defense minister, Sergei Shoigu, said victory for Russia over Ukraine was inevitable. Ukraine's defense minister, Alexei Reznikov, said that Russia may be preparing a new mobilization order and could close its border to men eligible to fight within a week. Russia and Ukraine have exchanged more than 200 captured soldiers, the latest prisoner swap between the two sides. The U.S. is concerned by China's alignment with Russia as Moscow continues its invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. said after the presidents of Russia and China, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, held a video meeting on Friday. Russian authorities have announced that soldiers and state employees deployed in Ukraine will be exempt from income tax, in the latest effort to encourage support for its military operation there.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell for more up-to-date news.